Hey, I'm Jennifer Hensley with Playmaker Coaching and Consulting, here to help you create a playbook for success in your business, have more winning plays to meet more ideal clients, create more raving fans. This week, I am in Kansas City for spring break in my hometown in my parents' house, spending some time with them, some quality time, but still wanted to make sure that I was consistent with my marketing efforts, showing up, sharing some insights I've had from the last week. So I wanted to share just a few takeaways from my experience at the LAMP conference last week in Colorado with other financial services professionals, some of the things that really resonated with me and how I think they particularly apply to your marketing. So the first thing was about preparation and professionalism. Joey Davenport with Hoopus talked about in one of their sessions that winging it is for amateurs. And I think that's so true that a lot of times when we think about our marketing efforts, it's just when we happen to think about it, but we need to have a plan. We're professionals and we need to show up that way. Secondly, trust and growth, definitely a huge theme from the conference. And John Maxwell was one of the main stage speakers. I've had the privilege to hear him before at previous conferences, but every time we learn more. And his key message was about that you have to know more and sooner than other people, see more and see sooner than other people. That's what the top leaders do. So he said, one, think about making sure you trust the cycle of success. That, we all hear this more and more about being okay with failure, but it's hard to accept, right? Because we have to have this belief that while we are going through this cycle, that the cycle is going to continually come up. That even while you have those things you're learning that might take you back, you're still working further and further up that cycle. So that really resonated with me. He talked about that, like I said, the number one leaders, one thing that they have in common is they see more and they see before others. Knowing that there is more out there keeps you in the game when things are tough because there's still solutions, there's still opportunities out there. And that's what can translate the top 10% to the top 1% in their career. So make sure you get out of the people pile. I think that's huge when we talk about marketing is how do we differentiate ourselves? How are we not just sounding the same as everybody else? If I provide peace of mind, you've got to get out of the people file. Think about the experience you provide, not the products or the services. Have learning lunches. Think about your experiences with COIs and your business partners. Of what are you really learning about them? How are you having a deeper conversation with the people that you're connected to? Go beyond just, success from having a good personality by having these processes and being intentional with your efforts. Some of the other key takeaways was strategic goal setting. Phil Bender, we were there as part of Sea Captain sponsoring the conference, and he talked about making sure that advisors really realize, and those are their business managers, our ultimate goal is to be goal managers, is to help people achieve their goals. And that just how critical it can be to focus on your ideal clients and how powerful, because by replicating 25 of those, you're going to double your production in a year. So we have to get clear on who do we really want to spend our time to, who can we have the biggest impact. Doesn't mean we're going to say no to others. I know we all want to help people, but we can have a much bigger impact that way. Another thing was around attention to detail and continuous improvement. We got to hear from Sarah Thomas, who's a ref in the NFL, Austin Hatch, who was in 2 airplane crashes, lost his family, but still survived and was on the college basketball team at Michigan, and other breakout session speakers about telling your story, making sure that you focus on the small things because the small things really separate you. And watch the film. We got to study and know the truth of our own situation and our opponents sometimes to know what's going on in our industries or what we can be doing to stay relevant. And the last thing, the most important thing probably for me was how great it is to network and collaborate with others. It was great to spend some time with my Sea Captain team in person together and how valuable that is to meet so many international leaders and other companies outside of ones I've worked with in the past and learn what they're doing and find those similarities of what connects us. And sometimes there's nothing like being able to do that in person with other people. So it's great to be there with all of them. So just to bring that back in, think about, just as compound interest drives results over time, marketing's the same way. That consistency is really important. Think about your storytelling. What makes you different? Embracing risk, trying new things so you can learn from that, and engaging deeply with your clients and those that you build or wanting to build relationships with that can help you grow and you can help them grow as well in your business. If any of these resonates with you, you want to talk more about what does that really look like from your marketing perspective, always love to have a conversation, or drop your questions and thoughts or insights from the conference yourself in the chat. Love to hear what resonated with you, and look forward to being back with all of you next year at LAMP 2025 in Orlando. We'll see you then, and we'll be back with more insights next Tuesday at noon.